Guys, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the difference between the relative and absolute path. So just keep in mind that a path describes the location of a file in a website folder structure. Okay? So the first one, the absolute path. When the path is related to the root directory, it's called an absolute path. So it is basically when we describe the full listing of the location of a file. For example, in this case, this is the root file here in this link, the HTTPS, and then the whole thing here, w3schools.com. And then you're trying to get this file here, which is picture.jpg. So right now the IMG tag is literally using the absolute path to get through this image. Okay, so the relative path. This path contains only a portion of the full of the whole entire path. So when the path is related to the current directory, is called the relative path. Okay, so in this case, when this file is inside the current directory, you don't need to specify the whole path here. Okay, so for example, if I am here and I'm trying to get this image display on my website, and thinking about it, like just my website right now is mywebsite.com, let's say. Okay, so this image right now doesn't belong to my website, therefore it's not part of the directory, or it's not even part of my website. For that reason, I might have to use the whole link in order to get this link right here, in order to get this image here. So if I go ahead and do inspect element on this website, you can notice how the website using the whole path to get the image. Okay, but if I go ahead and I just want you guys to see that this work, so I'm just going to type whatever, just dd, so the image should not come up because there is no folder that is called dd. Okay, so let me just delete that again and just remove the dd, and then I'm just gonna click enter, and there you go. So I can get the image without using the whole path. So according to this, the relative path is only contain a portion of the full path. In this case, is the image slash picture.jpg. So now keep in mind that even though you can use the same, like you can use whenever you want on your website, there is no advantage of this. Like for example, if you use a relative path, it doesn't mean that your website will run fast just because you're using, just assuming you're using less test, let's say, because you are using less stuff, it doesn't mean that your website will run faster or anything like that. Okay, in this case as well, grabbing an image from another website, yes, it might take a little bit of time. However, it doesn't mean that if you use the whole path within your own website, it doesn't mean that the image will load slow. So that's the difference between these two.